Horns up and welcome to a brand new episode of Headbanger's Kitchen. My name is Sahil and today I've got a sweet treat for you. We're going to be cooking up some keto chocolate chip muffins. Oh yeah, and trust me, they are going to be delicious. Now I know a lot of people love to have black coffee and a muffin for their breakfast in the morning, and I for one have never understood that. For me, muffins are more like dessert. But whether you like muffins for breakfast or you like them as a snack on the go, or you're like me and you like them for dessert, you're gonna love today's recipe. And I've got a special guest on the show to taste the muffins. Anyway, enough jibber jabber, let's go and make those delicious keto chocolate chip muffins. So the first thing we're going to do is preheat our oven to 160 degrees Celsius. The next thing I'm going to do is take 2 tablespoons of water and microwave it for about 20 seconds. Then I'm going to add in 1 whole teaspoon of instant coffee powder and give it all a good mix. Then I'm going to set this aside. Now I'm going to get a saucepan on the stove, and into this saucepan I'm going to add in about 100 grams of salted butter. And then I'm just going to cook this on a low heat. What we're basically doing is we're making brown butter. Oh yes, and this is going to give our muffins a very nice depth of flavor. You can obviously skip this step, but trust me guys, it's worth the effort. So you're just going to patiently cook this on the lowest heat possible. You're constantly going to move that butter around because trust me, it can go from brown butter to burnt butter very quickly. So it's going to start to bubble away, the milk solids are going to separate, and then they're going to start to caramelize. So you will basically notice it get frothier and frothier, and when you get like a foam on top of the butter, that's kind of when it starts browning. And it will be a little difficult to see because obviously there's a lot of foam on top, but just use a spoon and use your judgment. You will start to smell that caramelization. Anyway, once the butter has turned nice and brown, you're going to turn off the heat. Then I'm going to transfer the brown butter into a bowl and just let it cool down, guys. You got to wait for it to cool. Once the brown butter has cooled, we're going to add in our espresso mix that we made, and I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Next, I'm going to add in my keto sweetener and give it all a good mix. Now I'm using Sucrin Gold, but whatever sweetener you use, make sure you use the powdered form and not the granulated one. Once that's done, I'm going to add in 2 full eggs and give it all a good mix. And no, you cannot make this recipe without eggs. I'm very sorry. Once that's done, it's time to add in our dry ingredients, and I'm adding in half a teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of baking powder, about 50 grams of almond flour, about 50 grams of coconut flour, and I would recommend that you sift your coconut flour, which I did not do, and finally about 50 grams of peanut butter. Oh yeah! And then of course you want to give it all a good mix. Once you've done that, this is where you would throw in your chocolate chips, but since I don't get sugar-free chocolate chips in India, I'm just going to use a bar of chocolate and just chop it up into little chunks, and then I'm going to put that into my mixture and then fold everything in with a spatula. In fact, this almost looks like cookie dough, but it's not cookie dough, trust me. Anyway, once you've mixed everything in well, we're going to take our muffin tray and line it with some cupcake liners, and then using an ice cream scoop, we're going to scoop out that mixture and put it into the cupcake liners. And you should get about 8 muffins from this recipe, and then just take that tray and put it in your oven. And you're going to want to let this cook for about 15 to 20 minutes till it's cooked all the way through. And after about 15 to 20 minutes of cooking, your muffins are ready. And oh yeah, they look so good. But you're not going to want to eat them just yet. no matter how tempting it is, because you will burn your hands and your mouth. But let them cool for a bit and then you can bite right into one. And oh yeah, it's going to be worth the wait. Or at least we'll find out soon enough. Anyway, enough jibber jabber, time to taste. Alright folks, it's time to taste the chocolate chip muffins, and look who showed up. It's my brother Shom. That's S-H-O-M-E, not Sean. And he was previously here when we made chicken nuggets, and you can click here on the I button and watch that episode. In fact, some of you ladies had left comments like, Jesus, your brother looks like a super sexy Indian John Stamos. Wow, your brother's lips look delicious. The nuggets look good too. And look how beautiful his brother is. He's a cocoa god. So I had to bring him back to taste these chocolate chip muffins.
Thank you for the embarrassing words. That was very sweet.
Yes, I thought it would embarrass you on camera.
Might as well.
Alright,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
keto chocolate chip muffins, dig in.
Well,
Why don't you just,
eat it properly.
yeah, like a normal human being does. Because the center is where it's all at, like
No, it's all there. It's really good though. Oh, what is it? It
Chocolate
tastes like
chip.
coconut.
chocolate chip muffin. It's got coconut flour, almond flour, and peanut butter. All three.
Yeah, you can taste all of it, which is good.
Yeah, and there's a good amount of chocolate, and it's
Really
nice
good
and
amount of
melty.
But how does the chocolate taste like chocolate? In spite of it being keto.
Because it's so since we don't get sugar-free chocolate chips in India, we're using Lindt 85%, which is a little bit, well, sweet, but
Which is allowed.
Which is allowed, yeah. But if you use sugar-free chocolate chips, it'll be even less carbs, and yeah, if you use 100% chocolate, even less carbs.
Makes sense. It's good.
Good. Alright, so my brother has given the chocolate chip muffins the thumbs up, or the horns up rather. And I will see you on the next episode of Headbanger's Kitchen. Cheers and keep ketoing.
Hey guys, I'm getting a chance to taste this muffin. I'm going to let you know quickly how it is. It's awesome. But you know what's more awesome? You see this guy standing on my right? Younger son Shom. Professionally a director. But you want to keep your eyes open when you go to watch the film Badla. It has Bachchan, Taapsee Pannu and Shom Makhija. In and as Taapsee's husband. You don't get a better role than that.
Yes.